Mr. Burdock, what's up?
Not too much. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well, man. I just had a shameful defeat, but it wasn't all too bad.
It was dragon. That ain't shameful, my friend.
Did you manage to win that ladder game you were in?
Yeah. So I just got back a week ago from a very long vacation, so that was nice.
Yeah, how was it?
That means a long hiatus from StarCraft.
Jesus,
It was great. I was out kiting and surfing for basically every other day, and we had some massive swell too, which is we're getting like really consistent 20-footers for days in a row, and that just doesn't happen. So
Nice.
it's pretty fantastic.
That's awesome. Yeah, so
yeah,
just before I gave you a call, actually, in the stream, I mentioned that you play a lot of games. Guys, just look at how many matches he's played in the last 24 hours, okay? There's 18 games in one page. I don't know how many matches you played, man. I think you played roughly about 40 in the last 24 hours.
Yep, not surprised. Yeah, well, because I got back and it's the weekend, and I don't have any classes for these 3 days because it's a holiday weekend too. So.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry to cut you off. I've never done any surfing before, but I just noticed you played like 40 games in one day. So.
Yeah. Well, I mean, actually, today and yesterday I was trying to get the grind to masters, and because when I got back, I think I was demoted to platinum, so I had to get all the way back up because I hadn't played in a while. So it was quite the grind. But now I'm 4 points away from #1 diamond, so like one win.
Wow, right.
And I keep getting into like the last 5 tournaments I've been in have been masters tournaments, and I keep losing to my clan mates. It's terrible because they know my builds, then they cheese me when we run into each other.
Yeah.
It's really annoying. Yeah, well, I mean, a lot of them are like GMs too, so I get kind of crushed because I'm not that good.
Yeah, no, it's pretty sick though. So quick introduction for anyone who hasn't watched the previous sessions. We did 2 coaching sessions before, 3 December and 10 December as well. I think those dates may be slightly off because we delayed some, I believe, but doesn't matter. Basically, this is his first season playing, and right now, well, 4 points away from top 1 master or top 1 diamond. That's really sick. That's really sick, dude. In the first season.
Tasting that promotion, I gotta get masters first season. Required.
Yeah, well, I mean, you got
shameful if I don't.
You got 2 weeks. You got 2 weeks. I think you can do it, man. That's insane.
Yeah, but League Lock's gonna come fast, so I have probably about I'm gonna try and get it tomorrow. That'd be nice.
All right, yeah. Well, I mean, if you have the time for it, I guess that works out very well. Wow, man. In your first season, you played roughly 800 games, 850.
Yeah.
About 1,000 games in 2-3 months. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Anyway.
Cool.
All
right.
Do you want to jump into a replay or?
Yeah. So usually, for people that watch the coaching a lot, usually we focus a lot on like playing games as well. But because we're already facing up against like higher level people, most of the time the playing itself is not going to be all that worthwhile. Just because there's, well, I mean, not too much I can tell you that you wouldn't be able to change from just watching the replay instead. So.
Yep. Okay. So let me find one here. Got to go through my map history, but
last time I wrote down you played 426 games so far. Right now you got over 800. I have never had anyone that I coached before that plays this many games. No. That was the second coaching session. You had 426. That's sick though. Like, all kidding aside, that's actually really good. Like, a lot of people ask me what's the best way to improve. Just play the game a ton. You'll be getting better no matter what. Awesome. All right. Let's give this a try.
Okay, I believe this one. Yep.
All right.
Yeah, so give me party lead, I'll select it, and then I will make you lead in the replay.
Cool. So did you have 2 replays per matchup?
I'm actually going to be focusing on 2 specific builds that I'm struggling with.
Okay.
So ZvZ, I feel like I have a pretty good handle on, mostly because I have like an 80% win rate even against masters, because I'm a cheesy bastard. I just do 14-14 pretty much every time. So
I wouldn't really consider 14-14 cheese. I mean, it depends if you go all in with it, right? But
yeah, I usually do that into expansion, and then I get +1 attack, and then I just try and do a run by and win.
Okay. Oh, okay. You do get the +1 attack. All right. Yeah.
Yeah. So the +1 attack is what really makes the difference, because quite often you know, the higher level Masters players quite often will grab that +1 armor. And the reality is, though, is getting the +1 attack means your Banelings are significantly more effective against structures. And it takes 2 Banelings to blow up a spine crawler when it's morphing within the first, like, few seconds. So...
Yep. No, that's true.
It really nice because when they try and throw down spores or spines and then just blowing them up is really fun.
Yeah. All right, so cheesy Zerg versus Zerg. I mean, yeah, I guess I could tell you not to be too cheesy, but I mean, hey, I guess it works so far. There's definitely room for macro right now, which wasn't really the case earlier on in this season. You probably noticed that as well a lot right now, where it just transitions a lot more often.
Definitely trying to. I quite often will macro out of it. Usually, I go into Roach plus Viper.
Yeah.
Because, well, you know, Vipers are really good against air units, and also if they go lurkers, you can just use the grab to pull the lurkers into your Roach ball.
Yeah. Do you not play lurkers yourself?
I sometimes will get lurkers, but basically I'll tech to hive before I morph in the lurker den, or it's around the same time. The reason being is that getting the Vipers out offer a lot of security against them getting air units. That I'll probably just turtle up, get the Vipers out, and then go into Roach Ravager, and then just do pulls, because, well, then I have a bigger Roach ball, and I can also throw some Mutas in there. Quite frankly, if I can get the air superiority, I might as well use it, especially because Roaches are just better against Hydras. So.
Okay, well, that's some super late game stuff. I mean, I don't think very many people has figured out the exact way to play late game ZvZ yet. So I can't really comment on it.
Absolutely.
I've barely played Viper myself in ZvZ, but I do know, like, if people go Lurker, they generally speaking tend to not move out. So I guess if you have time to build up Viper, if you scout they're going Lurker, it could definitely be a really good option. Even with blinding
clouds, I just tech that way no matter what they do, because the two things I've noticed people go into is either Lurkers or Mutas. And they really counters both of them.
Right. All right, cool. I guess that's just a couple games, though. The majority is just cheesy 14-14.
Well, actually, I quite often will exit it. That probably half the time I win there, and then 25% of the time I lose, and the other 25% of the time I tech out of it.
Okay. All right, could you pause the game for just a second so we can talk ZVT before I
shoot, did I not make you party lead?
No, not the party lead. That's okay though. We could reload the replay if you want to. Yeah, it's probably quicker.
Okay. Yeah, let's just do that.
Yeah.
Just jump to that spot really quick.
Yep. All right, so Zerg versus Zerg. Mostly cheesy play with lots of 1/1 +1 attack, but then also transitioning towards Roach Viper. Okay.
Yep.
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I would recommend maybe playing a little more macro focus if you do it like a little too much. Just because, you know, let's say the maps change and all of a sudden people can wall off. The +1 attack play can definitely be, you know, causing your Zerg versus Zerg to plummet, you know, to a more reasonable win rate. But I guess if you have 80%, it's alright.
Yep.
But yeah, just pointing it out. Alright, so what do you do Zerg versus Terran wise? Let's just talk about that.
So this is the specific build I'm struggling with the most, of which is Reaper into Marine Tank. Marine Tank is really good.
Yes.
And unfortunately, if they're able to get more upgrades than I can, Roach Ravager just doesn't feel very effective against it. So I've been playing around with a few different styles. I've been doing, against a lot of Diamond players, I was just straight up beating them with doing Burrow Banelings and then just trying to bait their Marines to walk up with the Banelings and then just a bunch of Lings and Mutas. And I think that Muta Ling Ban style would work better if I have just a little bit better creep spread and tech and macro just a little bit nicer against Master players. But I don't quite feel like I found something particularly effective. The last, today and yesterday, I've been going a Roach Infester style, of which seems to be somewhat effective, but I really just haven't nailed down a build that's good against this style.
Okay.
That's the main thing, is that I just don't really understand how to play against Marine Tank.
All right. Yeah, there's definitely some things we can discuss here. So, do you generally still tend to go Roach Ravager, or have you transitioned a lot more into Muta Ling Ban play?
I mostly go Muta Ling Ban.
Okay. I would say that's definitely the correct option, especially like more late game focus. Like you mentioned, Roach Ravager falls off. In particular, if they have like +3/+3 done, then they just get absolutely demolished. I would say like the skill cap on Zerg versus Terran, at least with me like Muta Ling Ban, it's like way higher than it is in the other matchups, or like than it is with Roach Ravager. Like Muta Ling Ban, you can nearly never play perfect, but that's okay. So that's actually exactly the thing that I've been playing a lot as well, especially over the last couple of weeks, because I've noticed the exact same thing.
Yeah, it was something I was advised by Chan Kim with. I think he literally said, just stop playing Roach Ravager.
Yeah. I mean, it worked really well. It helped you out against, like, you know, grinding up the ladder, I suppose. But since you've sort of passed that stage and beating a lot, you know, higher level players now, it's good to take the switch.
It's a bit more challenging.
Yep.
I found that I've been doing a lot of Baneling drops with Overlord Baneling drops.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just fun.
Versus Terran, or
great? Yeah, versus Terran.
Okay.
Just because when they move in and they attack with the, what I'll do is I'll just set one outside of their base, and when they move in and siege up the tanks, I run it in and try and kill some stuff while they're sieging.
Right.
It'll throw them off quite a bit.
Yeah. If you get
Sometimes
+2 attack, they
panic.
yeah. If you get +2 attack on the Banelings, they'll one-shot workers. It's really good.
Yeah, which is just fantastic because then 4 of them can basically take out a whole mineral line.
Yep, it feels glorious as well. Like, you can literally win the game with that. That's a good point. But I guess you're mostly struggling with, like, the base part of that army, right?
Yeah. It's not that, like, a lot of times I will kill it and still lose.
All right. Well, yeah, I would say the Reaper opener is just sort of like a standard thing. He's playing a really normal game here, which helps out.
I actually intentionally ran in the Overlord there to try and have him look at the Overlord with his Marine and then kill his Reaper. That's pretty common. I do that a lot, so
yeah.
It just works.
Yeah, so basically like a lot of distraction.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I lose the Overlord though.
Okay, so the first thing I'm noticing here for the most part is like a really quick tech up, right? Which is generally speaking not like you know, a really bad thing to do or whatever. I'm just sort of wondering when you're gonna be getting additional queens as well. Usually, like, the earlier you start up your creep spread, obviously the more value you can get out of that. And I think you'd probably be better off getting more queens early rather than attack early.
Okay, so delay the basically get another set of queens before I tech up the layer.
Yes, I would pretty much, no matter what right now, get 4 queens in Zerg versus Terran. Yeah, I'll write them down for you as well, but
I'll just take notes myself too, so we have double the notes.
Yep. And that would also allow you to, like, be a little bit safer on everything else. So you could probably go ahead and get the 4 queens out as soon as possible and just drone behind that. And the nice thing about the queens is that they're not costing any larva, right? So you can drone a little greedier as well and probably get away with, you know, a bit of a later lair and a later roach warren too. I actually got a really specific build order from Neuro for this particular thing as well. He's also not the biggest fan of, like, running super strict builds, but I can copy paste it in the little document as well if you want me to.
Yeah, I'm usually, as soon as the 3-minute mark hits, I'm sort of not going to be following a strict build.
Yeah.
But something that's outlined as, you want to get these units around these times, that's perfect.
Yeah, exactly.
That's really helpful.
Yeah, so usually once your like 3rd and 4th queen are building, or they're like nearly done, you can go ahead and escort like a drone towards the 3rd base and start that up as well. That's obviously after you scout, you know, that this thing is going on. So it's a lot more economy focused rather than you know, focusing on the tech. Now the tech can also be a good path. I'm not gonna lie, like, the tech can be super good, especially if they go Liberator play, because the mutas can just absolutely demolish that. But it may be that you just fall behind against just straight up, you know, biomine or biotank or biomedevac.
Yeah, the other thing that I was noticing is that a lot of very high level Terrans, you know, stuff like lower GM players, are quite often, if they see a 3rd base drop, what they'll do is build some Marauders, a few Marines, and some Hellbats, and do a Hellbat Marine Marauder all-in off of, I think, +1/+1 or +1/+2.
Yeah.
What's the best way to ward that off? Because I know that, you know, I could have roaches out by that time, but unfortunately, with some good micro, quite often it just doesn't feel like the optimal way to defend it.
Right.
Would having the more queens help there? So just
go
up to 6 queens or something?
Yeah, I would usually, when you start up the 3rd base, you'd roughly around that time also start up a 5th queen relatively soon.
Okay.
So you do want to go up to like 5 queens as well. But the one thing that Neuro advised me to do pretty much every game is to get a blind spine and spore at like the exposed base at 4 minutes, roughly around 4 minutes. And The basic idea of that is to ward off like any kinds of aggression. Obviously, like if he's going for drop play, you can move around those spines and spores. But in this particular map, you would probably get the spine and spore at 4 minutes right around right there. And that will basically prevent against all of that stuff.
Yep.
And it once again like frees up a lot of larvae to just make on more drones. So the basic idea is just to establish a huge economy first, and then start tacking up, if that makes sense.
Okay, great.
Yeah, so I guess 4 queens is Zerg for the Terran no matter what. Go up to 5 queens pretty quickly. Then the second thing would be escort a drone to the 3rd base. Once the 3rd and 4th queen are building. And then also blind spine and spore at the 4-minute mark. And like you mentioned as well. Yeah, go ahead.
When do you like to drop the 3rd? Do you like to drop it at the 36 supply or at 44?
You usually like apparently the ideal timing is to drop it right before the 3rd and the 4th queen spawn, so it's pretty early on.
Okay, so that would be
roughly right now.
The 4th, yeah, so right around now. Okay.
Yeah. So that'd be 30 HS supply exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, considering you got the Roach
in
Warren.
In this case, I was dropping a Roach Warren and a Hatchery. That together could be the 2 queens popping. So as soon as the next 300 minerals, I would drop a hatch.
Yeah, exactly. And also you gotta keep in mind, I think you might just be playing a little bit too scary Zerg for Terran, which is, or like a little bit too scared of Zerg for Terran, which is like very like, you know, understandable, because it feels like they can throw so much shit at you, but...
Yeah, I think this was the final match of a Masters tournament too, so I was also feeling a little bit of extra stress.
Yeah. Yeah, I gotta say, like, the blind spore and spine at 4 minutes, it's really weird, because you don't really see, like, a blind spore and spine right there at 4 minutes, but it helps out a lot. Yeah. They finish up, like, the Hellbed aggression hits roughly 4:30 for 5 minutes. It depends if they go, like, double medevac or whatever. It would run relatively early on. So
quite often I like getting these little bit of extra lings just so I can delay him dropping mules at his 2nd base. I know that this is a little bit excessive considering I think I could have cut the next wave here. But considering that I did pick off his Reaper, do you think adding a few more lings so you can actually just deny that expansion until he gets up Hellions is a good idea, or just drone instead?
Yeah, no. If you finish up your Zergling speed and you take map control at that point, I would say it's definitely worth it. Like, I wouldn't like suicide him in just to snipe 1 mule. That's not really worth it. But if you have like the map control out, then you can just scout if he's moving out. Like right now, for example, if you would know. Like, I don't think you're aware right now, right, that these Hellions are moving out across the map, but you can definitely delay this.
I'm actually aware. I saw them, and I backed up with my lings, and then I
put the lings. All right. Well, yeah, that's actually, yeah, that's a great move, obviously.
Yeah. So right now, I'm just hoping to. I was gonna hope to skate by them and get the mineral line.
Yeah, you could have skated this way.
Unfortunately, it didn't work so well.
Yeah.
My skating skills were pretty bad.
No big deal. Yeah, so here you see the Cloud Banshee as well.
I panic. I'm like, oh crap! So I drop spores everywhere.
Yep. Yeah, so we got the Overseer out.
I moved the queens down here so I can protect that, but unfortunately, I have to cancel my Spire, so this makes this really awkward. Then I go in for this attack because I feel like, okay, he doesn't have a whole lot of stuff here, so why don't we slow it down, because I really screw up this attack. Okay. This feels like the stage where I could have won the game right here. Is if I did a lot more damage with his attack, I would have been in a much, much better position, seeing as at this stage, he got out his, shoot, let me go back to this. His starport produced his Banshee. It didn't do really any damage, other than having me cancel my Spire and remake it. So at this point in time, I know that all he has is 1 tank and a few Marines. And then also these Hellions, but they're not going to do anything against Roaches and Ravagers. So what should I have done in this position to actually be effective with this force and capitalize? Because I can't stay here for long, because I don't have anything to kill the Banshee, and the tank is going to be wailing on me. But I have quite a superior force to be able to deny this expansion and do some economic damage. So what should I have been attacking?
All right. So if you know you're sort of like on a time bank, so to say, right? And you're gonna assume your opponent is good and not just freely give you a siege tank, which I think he actually does in this game. Usually it's best to just go for the guaranteed damage. And the guaranteed damage in this case would probably be the SCVs.
Okay, so like run the lings into the mules and try and kill them off.
Yeah. You probably still want to get rid of those Hellions first, at least with like a couple of the roaches, but maybe use your corrosive bios like sort of in the mineral line, just to, you know, force them off mining as well. Now the second thing you're also achieving with moving out here is to force this Banshee to go back home, which basically gives you all the time in the world to drone. So I would say these Zerglings as a follow-up are probably not necessary.
Yeah, I think that was a terrible decision to make more of these Zerglings because he has so many Hellions, and he's going to keep these Hellions alive, unfortunately, during this fight. He just runs them back.
Yeah. So
they end up being completely useless.
Yeah. So I always try to imagine my opponent is great at the game, so he's not going to give me free shit. So therefore, like going for the guaranteed damage and then droning behind would probably be best. So I would probably make non-stop workers here, because you got to keep in mind, like even we'll just get to the point where you get pushed back. Yeah, so the corrosive ball probably should have been in the mineral line instead.
Yeah, I shouldn't have been on my own lings.
No, I wasn't gonna point that part out.
Yep, I hit. It only killed 3 lings, but it's still a little bit sad.
Yeah, so you see like these links just So you're like, oh fuck, what do I do now, right?
I go, oh well, shit.
Yeah.
Back out.
Yep, and we're still flooding minerals here as well, right?
Yeah, that's pretty bad. It has a lot to do with the fact that I was expecting to do a lot more damage with that attack than I actually did. So this is a bit of panic.
And you got caught off guard with the Banshee. Like once the Banshee swooped in, you basically forgot all the mechanics right there, right?
Yeah, all of a sudden I went limp. And
panic mode. Yep, that's okay though. So basically, like
I picked this off.
Yeah, well, that's actually very nice of him. Yeah, so basically you learn from these situations from basically losing a bunch of times, and then you're like, well, shit. Like, look at his army right now. Do I really have to be really scared? Well, I guess right now you do kind of have to be scared because you didn't really kill very much with the push. But usually, like, if you do this push...
Basically nothing.
Yeah. If usually after that push, they're left over with maybe a couple Marines and, like, a siege tank or two. Generally speaking, they won't be moving out until, like, you know, a little while later. But
I probably should have just walked my... Because I had 5 Ravagers. I could have just walked it forward and biled that tank. And he'd have 1 less tank right now.
Yep. Yeah, then once again, obviously, you could just pick it up as well. But, yeah, like...
but I don't think he had any medevacs at the time. Or his medevacs were forward or something like that. I remember thinking, like, yeah, I can kill that tank, but then I was too confused.
Yeah. So I would recommend just playing... I think the 4 queens and whatnot would make dealing with the airplay much easier, and then also having 1 blind spore already out would also make it much easier. And having the bases connected with creep would allow you to move between them, right? Which would automatically happen if you have to play out. Yeah. So basically everything that has built up to this point, like, puts you pretty far behind, but supply-wise, it's actually looking pretty good, okay? So this point right here as well is something you want to try and avoid at all costs if you can. So I guess what you're trying to do here is to catch him before he can siege up.
Yep.
Which sometimes may work, but engaging off creep is really scary, especially without, you know, any splash damage for those Marines. So I don't know if it's gonna work out here, but usually you would probably be better off having some
badly.
Okay.
Let's be honest. This was a terrible engagement.
Yeah,
I lose all my mutas, and it's sad.
Yeah. So never engage off creep if you can avoid it. That's like a general rule, especially with Muta Ling Ban. The main reason for that is that off creep, stimped Marines can easily kite against speed Banelings. On creep they cannot. So yeah, that's a pretty big push as well, or that's like a pretty big thing as well. But all in all, like the creep spread obviously was already sort of like luster here anyway, so I guess you had to do something. Like the worst case probably would have been him like sieging up somewhere in like a little nuke and you couldn't do anything about it. So I know this feel very well. Yep. Yeah, and the speed banes obviously also got delayed because of that Banshee aggression. Yep. So I wouldn't say like you really did like poorly or whatever. It's just like we were behind, you know, before this moment already happened, right? And I guess if you would have been left alone,
was definitely not optimal.
Yep.
And then I put these Banelings in the wrong spot because I wasn't thinking about where he would want to attack. This was just poor judgment.
Yep. This is probably just frustration at this point as well. It's like, ah, fuck. Because it's very stressful to play Zerg versus Terran this way. Because you know you're probably gonna lose, and you know you could come back if you get real lucky as well. So yeah, so the same story here. Like engaging off creep, if you imagine your opponent's really good, it's probably not gonna achieve anything.
That fight, I definitely could have won that if I was on creep because I lost so many Banelings there.
Yep.
Before they even hit.
Yep. Yeah. So the general idea is to shift Q with the Mutalisk between the tanks and the medevacs, and then use the marine, or like the Zergling Baneling for the marines. So
and
yeah.
Do you get investors?
If I can get investors, yes. I try and not get all too many of them, mostly because I know my control with them is not all too great. But a lot of the pro gamers are getting investors right now before switching into Ultralisk.
Well, I had a game. Wait, it might be this game where he kills a whole bunch of my stuff by killing the rocks.
Yeah.
Like the rocks fell on 3 Ultralisks and they all died.
Yep, they get one shot by rocks, man. Rocks are the strongest unit in the game.
Rocks are OP. You know?
If they're stuck behind that, they all die. It's pretty sick.
Yeah, honestly, I think Rock's the best race.
Yeah. Dude, they do infinite amounts of damage. there's no limitation on the rock damage.
Yeah, Rock is the 1A race.
Yeah, so right here it's the same thing, right? Like it works, but not really because he's.
I've lost the game because he has me contained. He's up to a higher base count than I have, and it's over.
Yeah,
we can probably quit out the replay because this is just sadness from here on out.
Cool. Yeah, do you have another Zerg Terran we can have a look at?
Oh shoot!
See if you have like similar things we run into. Any Zerg Terran will do, but. Yeah, man. Rocks rock. Rocks rock.
Imagine the chat's just being really silly with that one.
All right, let's do this.
Question is, do rocks kill warping in Protoss units? I imagine they do.
I'm sure they do, yeah. They're technically considered units, so I can imagine they will. Alright, hold on. I actually need to write
they also destroy, like, the Disruptor Ball? That'd be interesting.
No, that's actually considered a cast. I don't think it destroy. It wouldn't consider. It wouldn't destroy.
What would happen? Would it, like, bug into the rock? That'd be interesting.
I think it can just move through it at a point. I think it will probably just move through. I don't know, though. That'd be one of the things to break the game.
Yeah, okay. We're gonna have to.
That's also the reason why you can't blinding cloud them. Like if they were a unit, they would be blinding clouded.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so let's jump into this one. This was the last loss I had, actually.
Cool. All right, hold on. Let me write down your win losses real quick. ZvT 49% and ZvZ 48%. Cool.
Unfortunately, I've played so many games that it's basically not representative of what's going on anymore.
Yeah. I know if you like play a lot of games, sometimes you just leave games for no apparent reason.
I had my ISP. I've actually gotten basically half off all my internet for the next year and like a few months refunded because their hookup was dropping out consistently for a few days, and you know, luckily I actually know a little bit about how networking works, so I was sort of calling them on that. Hey, you obviously oversold in the area and are just toggling people's IP addresses. That's kind of shitty. You should fix that.
And they gave you money back?
Yeah.
You should tell the neighbors, man. You'd be the neighborhood hero right there.
Yeah. Hey guys, you can get money back.
I mean, that would be absolutely illegal in the Netherlands. I don't know how they managed to pull that off over there, but I don't know.
Oh, well, it has to do with the infrastructure having some issues, and they were just trying to solve the issue until it got fixed. But it was a bit, yeah.
This is a scummy way of solving it, though. Just throttling the internet speed on purpose. 90% of the people would never notice, so I guess it's...
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's like, because it would only cut out for 2 minutes, so it would cause somebody's YouTube video to buffer. But, you're playing StarCraft, oh, it takes 45 seconds to disconnect.
Yeah.
So it's a bit selfish. Also, when you're hosting, like, sites and any of that crap, it doesn't go so well.
Yeah.
So anyway, this is my, I do a Ling Bling infestor build here.
Okay.
I was just trying it out. This was an experiment. And,
okay.
It didn't go so well.
Well, the same rules apply. The same rules apply here. The same with Muta Ling Ban. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. That I just have a really, really bad Baneling drop in this base. It does nothing. See, that's pretty much where I lost the game. Is where that didn't do any damage.
All right. Yeah. Well,
the game before this, I did this against a Terran, and he was. I think he was typing at me this whole game because he was really unhappy about it.
I didn't actually check in the previous game. Did you pull the drones out of the gas geyser at 100? I see you pulled one off right now.
Yeah, I pulled one off immediately, and then I pulled a second one at 100.
Okay. Okay, and that's because you want to go for the fast layer. Okay. Yeah, usually if you go for the 4 queens, you can pull 2 off. But that's fine.
Yeah, okay.
I didn't check. Maybe you left all 3 of them in the previous one. Be like, oh shit, that's actually
I'm pretty sure I pulled it. And then I put it back in here because I'm going for the I need the evolution shape.
We're going straight for the layer. Yeah.
This I do some decent damage here.
Yeah, this is nice aggression. Like if they allow you to do this, it's fine. If you notice people will start holding it no matter what, like just stop doing it, right? But if they give you an SCV or 2, it's totally worth it.
Even against GMs, I'm able to get like at least the mule, which seems to be. And I didn't kill the mule here, which was sad.
Yeah. Well, if you get a fresh mule, it's 350 minerals, right? That mule right there wasted probably about 200 minerals alone. So that probably already was worth it. I'd really like to see the replace here. With
quite often just getting 6 links. If you can, it's all if you can pick off that Reaper though, because in this game again, I just picked off the Reaper.
Yeah. Yeah, I like this way better actually than the previous one, especially with the quicker droning and the 3rd base and having at least a queen dedicated to creep shredding. That's actually already looking a lot nicer. I mean, I would still say the attacking up is probably a little too quick, but the scouting here was actually also very solid.
So instead of going to layer, like drop another evolution chamber or get a few more workers?
Yes.
More workers?
Yeah, usually I would go for more workers first, yeah.
Okay, so just oversaturate my 2nd, and then so when the 3rd pops, I can half saturate it immediately?
Yep.
Okay.
One tip I can give you as well is to scout roughly 4 minutes with an Overlord. Or to scout with an Overseer right as you can, okay? So if you play a more macro-focused build, the lair should probably finish up roughly 5-ish minutes, maybe 5:30, so about a minute later. Okay. The reason for 4 minutes is that you would be able to scout a 3rd orbital command to go down, and you would be able to scout what kind of add-on he's adding on his tech lab. Or like on his tech lab, on his starport. So, 4 minute to 4:30 Overlord scout.
Okay.
Or
so it's the same thing as you do with Protoss to scout their what they're making with their starport.
Yes, exactly. So like usually, okay, hold on, let me write it down first. 5:30-ish. Overseer scout. So usually, what you're looking for is just either if there's a first off, what you're looking for is like if there's a 3rd command center, which is obviously a big indication that he's focusing not on a 2 basal in.
Yeah.
Or obviously, if you see a lot of buildings that are units, production buildings, you can imagine he's going to push out a little bit, which is a big tell. And what you're also looking for is whether or not there's a Stargate down or a Starport down, and if there is an add-on on it or not.
Okay.
Okay, so hold on. So looking for 3rd CC. Looking for add-on or lack of, Stargate. Or Starport, rather. And a reason for that is that sometimes you can get caught off guard with, like, Cloak Banshee. You would be able to scout that before it even happens.
Yeah.
And in this particular case, like, I don't know exactly all of the builds that Terran are running, but if you would look at this, I mean, what's the worst he's going to throw at you? Nothing.
Nothing. At this stage of the game, he has nothing. He hasn't
exactly.
even dropped his, he can't throw Hellions at me. He has nothing. Basically, so I'm free to just drone until the 6-minute mark.
Exactly what I'm trying to say, right? Like, right now, if there's no medevacs out, there's no way in hell he's going to push out with... Yeah, like, Marines are not going to move out right now. So, I mean, if he's going to move out, like, you still want to make sure you check it. But if you have 5 queens out and a bunch of Zerglings and, like, a safety Baneling nest, you should be in an okay place as well, right? Yeah. Are we still on the Skype call, by the way?
There goes the internet.
Oh, there you go. The ISP hurt you, man. They hurt you.
Yeah.
They're siphoning the internet.
Yep, there goes my IP address. Anyway.
All right. Yes.
Okay.
Are you still in the game, by the way, in the replay?
Yes.
All right.
For some reason, it didn't. I guess replays you don't get kick. I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah. No, it's no big deal. Can you still see it if I'm pulse as well?
Yep, I can see it.
Oh, interesting. Anyways.
Maybe they just killed Skype.
Yeah, so Skype is pretty terrible sometimes, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But anyway, so 4 minutes, 4:30 Overlord Scout, and either, you know, an Overseer Scout. Obviously, if you go for this quick a lair, you go Overseer Scout, because there's no point in not going Overseer Scout then.
Okay.
Especially because it heals up the Overlord, which is already low HP. But you're looking for either a third command center, or whether or not there's a ton of buildings down. And you're also looking at whether or not like there's a Stargate up, or Starport up rather, with any kind of add-ons. Okay. So if you see like a green light, I don't know, like I didn't actually know that for a very long time, but if you see like the green light on a building, you know it's researching something. If you see a Starport, okay. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, so right now you can see this tech lab in the main base is researching something.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean. More
yeah,
like
I didn't actually know that for the longest
stuff.
time. I felt like such a scrub when someone pointed it out, but anyway. Like the same thing goes if you see a starport up and you see a tech lab being researched, you can almost guarantee it's going to be Cloak Banshee at that point. So, okay. You know, things like that can help out a lot. And then I would still say like a Zergling at the front just in case to see whether or not he's moving out with some sort of shitty timing attack with a bunch of Marines, which is very unlikely, but I mean, hey. If you lose to it a couple times like I have, you probably just can avoid it so easily.
Yeah, you get kind of salty.
Yep. So he's finally adding on the factory right now. Like if you would see the factory going down this late in the game, you know, like at least for another 2 minutes, there's not going to be any Metafics out on the board. Yeah, so these 20 Zerglings you're creating, if you had that knowledge right now in the game, you probably wouldn't be making 20
Wouldn't
links.
make those. No, I would just saturate my third.
Yeah, exactly. And you can see like these like, you know, Marines are not going to let you do any damage anyway, even with +1 attack.
No, they're not going to be able to.
Oh, we actually go for the cheeky run by.
And then here's the Banelings that do nothing. Yeah, the Banelings Brandon there did nothing. So.
Yeah.
I killed 2 workers.
Oh, with the Overlord, I didn't even see that.
Yeah.
Wait. Okay. Oh, well, no big deal.
So here, I'm just waiting for my infestors to pop here.
Yeah. No, that's actually the good thing to do. Like being patient here is difficult, right? If he leaves a siege tank like that, that's pretty big.
Yeah, that was free tank. And then he just runs in the middle line, which was a mistake. Right.
So he actually gave away a pretty nice lead there. That's actually not all too bad. Right. I hope we're gonna drone up. There we go.
And then I missed the last one.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
Oh, I was trying to get the medevac, and I almost did with the bungles. And then I just missed the last one.
Yeah. Dedicating to the fight, or like dedicating to killing 1 medevac. It's like all focus on hitting 1 medevac with a fungal.
Yeah, well, I have like twice this guy's... No, never mind. This guy actually has decent APM. Never mind.
No, he's pretty high up. Well, yeah, APM has actually gone up a little as well. Cool. All right. But yeah, I think these minor things, or I guess not really that minor of a thing, I suppose, would already help out a lot of games.
Yeah, losing games is not exactly the most minor thing in the world.
Yeah, like, but I mean, you know, since you're winning a lot of games as well.
You forgot to make workers.
No, it's not so much like the worker that you're forgetting, it's mostly the timing on the worker.
Yeah, and then also creep spread is non-existent right now.
Mm-hmm. Yep, so it's like a little more focused. And I think since you're grinding this many games, like the mechanics, like you can see the mechanics are fucking solid with things like creep spread or like for things like queen injects, right? It's just like getting in that rhythm.
Creep spread's easy to do. I don't find it challenging to
Oh, the fungals! Can we get it? Oh, there we go.
I get a nice fungal, and this goes it should have gone so much better than it did, but I killed the tank with the Banelings.
I was watching that.
There, and that was what just really screwed me up. And then I misclick here. And it just goes badly. And I don't have a second fungal on this infestor.
No. This is also the all army hotkey right here, which doesn't help with attack moving infestors into marines.
Nope, they really don't.
Yep.
Infestors do have the strongest A move in the game.
Yep. They headbutt their way through like a depot. But even then,
just look at it.
Yeah, even then though, you're still in a pretty good spot because we stacked up so quickly towards the hive, right? That helps out a lot. I would say in general, you can be getting the hive out. When you get around 8 gas mining, you usually need roughly 8 gas to make really good use of the hive.
Yep.
So it's probably slightly early this game. Considering you meant Infestor, I guess, I don't know the timing on when you want to go Infestor, but usually you focus a little bit more on things like, you know, on things like Mutas, then you want to delay the hive until you have roughly 8 gas.
Well, basically how this game goes is that I straight up win the ground battle, but Liberators come out, and I have nothing to deal with that. So if this Ultralisk Cavern was a Spire instead, and I didn't get the hive, life would have been... I probably would have won the game, actually.
Okay.
Because I get some good engagements with the Banelings, and you know, I get the good Infestor, Fungals, and all that goes well. But then Liberators happen, and unfortunately, Ultralisk's AoE don't go up.
Yeah, and the chitinous plating also gets lost there. That's a huge loss.
Yep.
Now even the bio deals with it.
For right here, I'm doing okay, except for the fact that I let this this attack up north really screw me over.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I would like. I mean, this is an obvious thing, right? But I would really try and focus some more on multiple army control groups. It helps us so much. I mean, I guess this is all like F2 A click or like whatever the what's it called, the core all army hotkey is, but it would make it so much easier to deal with the shenanigans.
Yeah. Well, I actually don't like. I use the all army hotkey and then I control click whatever the units I want to grab, which is just a terrible habit because it takes too long to select stuff.
Yeah. It's another one of those mechanical
I'm not just
things.
all army moving all the time, but what I am doing is taking too long to select what I want to be selecting.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I know what you mean. It's like the lazy man's version of like hitting control groups.
Actually using hotkeys.
Yeah.
Well, quite the opposite though. It's a lot more work.
It is a lot more work. You know it as well, right? But yeah, I fall victim to this every now and then as well.
Yeah.
Yep. And it would help so much, especially with
First game
Infestors.
this morning too, so I was feeling really lazy. I usually do actually use proper hotkeys, but this was just bad.
Were you inspired by the games? What was it? Bomber versus. I don't know if you saw that game, where like the fungal of the year. Did you see that video?
Oh yeah, that was fantastic.
It was beautiful. But anyways,
I just mostly got torn apart because I wasn't killing off these medevacs and I wasn't killing off these liberators. If instead of teching to hive, I just got a spire, life would have been a lot better.
Yep.
But anywho,
what I'll do as well is copy paste the build order that Neuro gave me in the little window here, just to read through it.
Okay.
So he actually currently, I posted it on Skype as well. He actually currently goes for like a gasless type build, but as you can see, there's a lot of focus on macro and laying back. So the idea here is, so this is actually Neuro's build order. I don't know if he made it himself, doesn't matter. It's the one he uses, but anyways, so 17 hatch, 19 pool. He goes currently gasless. I don't really like going gasless too much in case they go for Reaper, which you can be dealing with relatively easy as well if you go for gasless play. It sort of just depends on, you know, how confident you are in your style and like in your play there. But the basic idea is to get a, you know, quick third base really early on. Go for a relatively quick lair as well, and then the spore and spine at the front of the base. Okay. That's the basic idea. So if you get the third base fully saturated early enough, you can go straight up to a macro hatch and potentially a fourth base, in particular when you see them take a third base.
Okay.
Yeah, so this was indeed like, yeah, people in the chat are discussing it as well. Guys, we already went through the F2 hotkey, that's okay. But yeah. Yeah, so I would say Zerg versus Terran wise, yeah, drone up more aggressively. With the newfound information, I suppose, with the Overlord Scout and the Overseer Scout, you can definitely get multiple queens out. That would probably help out a lot already as well. And like whenever you're floating minerals, just hit the hotkey for all your hatcheries and start up like queens in each and every one of them. Okay, like queens are one of those units, especially later on into the game. It's totally fine to have them lying around. If you go Ultralisk, you go Broodlord, they're always gonna be great. So whenever you feel like you're floating minerals, just go straight up to more Ultras. It's like, it feels pretty silly, but it helps out a lot against drops. It helps out a lot against a lot of stuff. So, yeah.
Okay, great. Yeah, absolutely.
whenever you're floating minerals.
I don't have any hotkeys bound. It's because I left the game.
There's no hotkeys right now at all, guys, because the game is ended.
Yeah. I don't actually have a keyboard. I just use my mouse the whole time. Anyway, okay. So, yeah, I think that's some good feedback as far as doing some proper ZvT. Do we have a? I can actually shoot a message to see if our.
Oh, we could play against some
Terran
as well
guys
if you'd appreciate it.
Yeah,
if you want
let's
it,
see
cool.
if we have some. I'd actually prefer a master level Terran if
Yeah.
humanly possible.
If there's any master
Or
level
Diamond's
players
fine,
watching,
too.
yeah. If we'd ideally want a Master League player here. Sure, I'll support
Grandmaster
it.
works too because it would just be interesting, and you learn a lot when you're going against people that are a lot better than you.
Yeah, that's true. If there's any like master, like let's say like top 5 diamond plus players that are playing Terran currently and want to play a couple games, please join group LowkoTV on the North American server. So we're on the North American server. You can type /join LowkoTV. If you're a Terran player, I can give you a bronze level Terran player. That would be a little too low, Rushy, but I'm sure we can beat bronze level Terran players.
Yeah, I'll just drone rush.
Well, I wouldn't go that far, non-fiction, where you cannot have enough queens. I mean, there's always a maximum on the amount of queens that you want as well. But message
Yeah, you can't
Nathanias.
have more than 100 queens.
Yeah, Nathanias isn't even online, man. It would be interesting to play against Nathanias, but
Hey, I'd be down. Jeez, I was playing against Chan Kim quite a few times. He just
nice.
tore me apart. That's the new Exile guy.
yeah. I've
And,
heard his name before.
Fun fact, he's good. He's kind of a lot better than me.
All right. So I'm just asking the chat right now as well. I'm secretly hoping that there will be someone online right now to practice against.
Secretly hoping that Nathanias is watching.
Any Diamond plus Terran players that want to play.
So when you see a lot of Terran drops, do you usually drop spines in your mineral line or something along those lines?
If you have enough mutas, usually you can get away just simply kiting them around with mutas. But obviously, like if you let's say you're playing Roach Ravager, for example, you're gonna need some sort of static defense or leave units behind. So a Villo is online. Yeah, well, I'm not gonna ask a Villo, guys. We want to play more than one game today.
Villo's just gonna, if I win, he's just gonna call me OP and suggest the Blizzard nerf me.
Oh man, I asked in the general chat. People are giving people advice on how to become a Diamond Terran. 1, build Marines. 2, build Supply Depot.
Whoa. Dude.
Very high level strategies.
I didn't realize you could build Marines before supply depots.
Man, a couple days ago, I tested myself to go onto the Battle.net forums again. The amount of ignorance that is on that forum is absolutely gross. Like, man, no offense if anyone here that is watching or listening to this goes a lot on the Battle.net forums and participates in the chat. But please stop discussing balance if you're in Gold League. It's... please. I've seen so many gold level players complain about balance, man. It hurts my soul. I very quickly went back off that website. Like, the Battle.net forums are probably the worst place for StarCraft discussion. It's really bad.
Well, you know what I can guarantee they're not talking about? How overpowered rocks are.
Yeah, no.
That
They can't kill anything.
Radar. That's the secret best unit. Honestly, there's going to be one of these, a major tournament where all of a sudden rocks decide the game. And,
Yeah, man. Fungal into rock. It's never seen before,
exactly.
man.
It kills like a crap ton of tanks just in the rocks. That'd be fantastic.
Oh man, I'm looking
My new
for.
life goal is to get world's best fungal #2 with rocks. Gold League equals noobs Kappa. Yeah, Kappa.
Maximus Black is online, but he's Protoss. Not many people are online right now, man. What time is it in the US? Morning, right? It's like noon. Yeah, man. All the programmers are still sleeping.
Let's see if I can get Covert Muffin.
Yeah, if you're on a North American server, it's group LowkoTV.
I'll message Day 9. He's in a playtest right now. Dude, stop playing your own playtest and play StarCraft.
I saw him posted on the Reddit the other day, man. He's still around.
Oh yeah, he is. He's just working a lot on Atlas. So.
Yep.
Which is fantastic.
I've heard you fanboy about it multiple times, man.
Yeah, it's really cool.
I will probably be among the first that can upload content about it. Okay, I can go that far, but.
Oh jeez, it's. I'm surprised you haven't been. You must have been invited by now. I can imagine.
I have been invited. Yes, I haven't played.
Just being in a playtest with Manbon though is
it's kind of like I sort of want to be like making content of my first reactions in the game. I think that's a lot more genuine and a lot more fun to watch rather than like me showing you how it's done when everyone is new to it, which makes no sense, right? So I like having first reactions.
We have some pretty crazy the first major playtest, we've had people writing guides for it. It was really cool.
Right.
But I mean, the guides were actually pretty good because you have so many good players playing the game. Mm-hmm. You know, we have tons of like professional StarCraft guys or really really high level other people.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's see.
I don't think there's anyone. I don't think there's anyone to play, man.
Let's see if we can find a Zerg. That'll probably be easier, and we can practice ZvZ, doing a little bit more macro focus.
Okay.
ZvZ.
Yeah. That would help as well.
Yeah. So, do we have any master level Zergs online?
Man, this is what you get for being too high level. When you were platinum, it was easy. Stop improving. Best coach ever. Wait, just stop improving.
Maybe I should practice against Complexity because he's gotten pretty good.
Against
I've
who?
been coaching. So after the second time around, you know, the one where I kind of trolled the stream, I got a whole bunch of people requesting like that I send them the way that I'm writing down stuff and that kind of crap. But anyway, we had the coolest guy though messaged me just through the general chat that was Complexity, and he's a really awesome guy. I think he's actually going to be getting coaching from you on Wednesday or something like that.
Oh, what was his name?
Complexity.
Complexity?
Or Complex? No, it's not Complexity. It's Complex.
I'm coaching Jeff on Wednesday. I write down people's first names.
That is his name, yeah.
All right.
Jeff Hart. Actually, no, shouldn't say.
I was gonna say you should probably not mention his last name. A lot of people. Yeah. That's him. That's him.
Yeah, that guy.
My name is Jeff. Well, there you go. There we go. Cool. I'm looking forward to that, Jeff.
Yeah, he's cool. Really, really cool guy. Anyway.
All right, we got a match. We
do. Awesome. Okay, fantastic.
It is going to be complex. All right. I'll talk to you on Wednesday, Jeff. Cool, man. Yeah, so just host whatever map you would like. Yeah, he's in the chat right now.
Ah, cool. Hey, dude, you're cool. He was gold when he first messaged me, and now he's mid-diamond.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
We played, I've done 4 Skype calls with him. That's it. So every time he's like, yeah, I'm a half league higher now. I'm like, okay, let's practice ZvZ. Let's get your APM up. And then next time it's like, whoa, you have 210 APM now. You just what?
It's actually it's actually his older brother playing now. Yeah, I actually have 3 coaching sessions with him. 3 weeks in a row.
He actually grew an extra hand. So
he's controlling an extra side of the keyboard with his foot. He's trained his left foot in order to. Anyway, you can host up a map as well if you want to, man.
Yeah. Here, why don't I just set you the leader?
That would help.
There you go.
All right.
You now have the power.
I've got to. Okay, no, sorry. We're gonna lower like crest. Here we go.
To freak out.
Did I need a rank 88 Master Terran? Yes, we will need one of those, probably 2, ma'am. If you would like to still join in, feel free to join group LowkoTV in North America. We're first going to play a Zerg versus Zerg, but maybe we can play one after.
This will probably last 30 seconds because it's ZvZ.
No, we're going to play macro.
Oh,
it will last 4 minutes. Macro ZvZ.
Okay, let's go. Drone rush.
Yeah, it's North American server, Tom, ma'am. Alright, we ready?
Yep, let's do it.
We'll ask him if he's ready as well.
He doesn't need to be ready.
Nah, man. His name is Drone Rush. He just he just pulls all like he pulls all workers right at the start, and he goes.
Yeah, basically he walks his drones in, and then he pauses the game and says, "Hey, need to go use the restroom."
Yeah, there you go.
And just pause it for about 5 minutes. I had one of those guys a couple days ago. He just tried to see how long he could draw to pause.
Oh man, I get a lot of people that pause 2 seconds into the game. That's that's a little more unfortunate.
Oh god, that's pretty rude.
I get a lot of people that get unexpected phone calls at 2 seconds into the game. It's like, oh god, the door. Hold on, pee.
Hey, at least it's not the people that cancel in CS:GO or something halfway, after you've gone to the match. Like, what happened in your life between the 15 seconds that you queued up and when you got into a game that caused you to be unable to play?
Yep.
What is?
I always wonder that.
What happened?
You
Like,
see that a lot,
on
though.
fire?
You see that a lot.
Yeah.
All right,
it's
we're
really
going.
common.
We went hatch. We're going hatch first. Okay, sorry. I just noticed here. I just noticed. Cool. What's the difference between an observer and a referee in the game? The referee can actually pulse the game as well, so I can be BM here and pulse.
Awesome.
Let's move to the second overlord, though. There we go.
Yep. Sorry, APM slipped. Gee.
That's not my keyboard, Bilonix. That's actually Burdock's keyboard right here. These sound like cherry red switches for a Corsair. Wow. They're recognizing switches here.
Whoa! Well, they're actually Cherry MX Brown, so...
10 points for... Okay, no.
10 points for not you.
Browns are pretty good. I've been using Browns for a long time now.
Yep. I do enjoy Browns, because when you're actually doing something other than playing video games, they still work.
Yes. Great point.
The APM span's pretty intense, though.
They don't sound like Browns. They do, but he bottoms them out. That's alright, though. Alright, we get an overlord, right? Yep, cool.
We don't need no overlords.
Do you use the camera hotkeys here, or did you scroll between them?
No. That's camera hotkeys.
Alright. Alright, yeah, for some reason it looks like it's scrolling for me, but that's cool.
That looks like scrolling?
Oh, no. Okay, no, okay, that's not. Alright, so we'll play on macro this one.
Okay.
I've been focusing a lot on like macro play in all matchups. If you go hedge first, you can leave the third drone in the gas. That's fine. Let's do some scouting with those. Okay. Let's get another overlord at 31-ish. There we go. And let's keep on droning here. Alright, so let's see what we can find. Oh, don't forget your own links. Those will die eventually. There we go. Okay, so we see a lot of drones, okay? So here's a quick tip for expanding easier, okay? So you can go queen first before making the third base. And usually it makes it a lot easier to put down the... Okay, one sec. Hold on. One sec. It's okay. You can still run that one. Alright.
Okay.
So, in general, when you play these sort of styles, you could actually delay the roach warning by quite a bunch. Or not quite a bunch, but like by about 40 seconds here. Just so you can get the third base out a little earlier. Like, in general, it seems to be a good timing to get the roach warn. As long as you have like a reasonable saturation, right? Right around 4-ish minutes. So 4 minutes is usually a good timing for the roach warn.
Okay.
My ping may drop a little in the meantime. What does that mean? Is he checking the stream?
Probably.
All right.
All he's gonna see is this paused screen, though.
Cool. No, he's not. But yeah, so I would favor getting the third queen and the third base over getting the roach warren. I guess you can leave it up. Well, all right, far enough.
No.
No. Okay, cool.
I like explosions.
All right. Let's get the scout going as well on his third base. Yep, exactly. Either with Zerglings or whatever, but I see you like playing with fire, sir. Running all the Zerglings to the middle of the watchtower. Alright, and you can get the Roach one right now. Here we go. So, usually the reason for that is just so you can give a cancel on his third base, right? You should probably cancel those. Yep. Let's follow up with a couple more links and maybe a couple more workers. So I would always try and leave a couple links behind, just for like safety's sake, just to make sure you can go ahead and.
Why you chase with 4 links, dude?
Also, make sure you always get the third queen. I would actually start the third queen up before the third base almost every time.
Okay, cool.
And that's the reason for that is to be able to defend the third base a lot easier. Alright. Micro wars, boys. Get him.
No. No.
Alright.
Shit, man.
We got some things to discuss, that's alright.
Okay.
Oh, we're going +1 melee. Oh. What are we gonna do with those? I'm still going all in. We're going all in, like, after the fact. I like that. Well. To split off a small group. There we go. You can, yeah, exactly. Okay, so +1 attack is done. Try and split up the army before this fight happens. It probably makes it way easier. There we go. Oh.
Oh.
The manual detonations.
Nope, never mind.
Yeah, we definitely want to take a third base here.
Painful.
Yep. Drone Rush, by the way, is high masters on EU, he said. So, he's not a bad player.
Oh, I can tell for sure. And I'm definitely off kilter because this is not the kind of strategy. I have no idea what I'm doing as far as macro, as you can see by the crazy amount of minerals I'm floating.
Yep.
There's that.
Yeah. Yeah, at this point it's gonna be probably a painful painful continuation of the game. You can try and catch him off guard, maybe with the +1 attack, but once his +1 attack finishes, it's game pretty much. I like this strategy, man.
You see what's happened?
I see the changeling next to your Zerglings.
Oh fuck.
Oh fuck. Yeah, I died now, but
Piss off.
I think we need to start moving, man. I mean, I guess you're waiting for him to move out, but this may turn out to be a little more tricky. But it's okay though. It's okay. We can. We have a couple things to talk about here. One in particular that I think we can work on easy peasy.
Woo. Okay.
Well.
Yeah, yeah, that's GG at this
All
point.
All right. No problem. Let's jump really quickly into the replay. So I chose a 4-player map on purpose, just to see if this turns out to be this way. That's okay. All right. So, if you have a quick look at the replay, oh cool. Actually, we have a Terran player online right now as well. Cool. All right.
Quite frankly, it was just him sniping my third that just
Yeah.
that stage.
And there's one easy way you could have probably prevented that. And that's just
Making
map
some
vision.
banelings?
No, map vision. You had no idea it was whooping into your third. He had the complete upper hand as far as vision goes. Like you were waiting in the natural for his army to get in there. You didn't see the banelings of him, and that just gave you pretty huge deficit. So
Yeah, I took a big baneling hit too, which was
yeah.
And I had the better hit before that too. I killed like 5 banelings and a few lings with 3 banelings. So I should have. I didn't quit while I was ahead.
Exactly. Well, it's fine.
But I'm ahead. GG. Please leave.
Please leave right now. Yeah, I just wanted to point it out real quick. Even though we're focused in ZvT, we can probably point it out real quick. So we'll go to the moment where we have the third base. And he like runs across the map, right, with a bigger army here.
Yeah.
So this is kind of the moment where if you look at your vision on the map, we know basically nothing, right?
Yeah.
I would say like the most important overlords in Zerg vs Zerg is one that is right there. Then maybe one right there, then maybe one right there, and then maybe one right there on this particular map. But usually you want to at least have something to scout whether or not he's moving.
Imagine putting one right here because that's like the most common morph location I've ever seen in ZvC on this map.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. And like having maybe an overlord over there as well. So probably like I would give priority to the one close to his base, this one.
Yep. Yeah, because you can always move the closer positions faster, easier.
Yeah, and you can always know whether or not he's making more Zerglings, right? That's a huge change. Like that can actually change your entire Zerg vs Zerg up. Because right now, if you imagine having an overlord here, you would probably have a much easier time defending against the shenanigans. I mean, you would see these Zerglings simply being morphed in. And like you're searching here, right? You're searching with these links. You're like, well, where the fuck are these banelings at? Like if you look at this these links, they're basically sniffling out a couple of the banelings. Look, like, are they over here? No, they're not over here. Let me move a little bit around. No, they're not over here either, right? If you would see those, it becomes much easier to defend against it. So right now you see them move in, right at this point right here. No, not even yet. Right now, right? And that's already going to be a little too late. So I would say like minimap vision is going to be by far the most important thing. And then also having that third queen out much before starting the third base will make it way easier to defend it. Because you could like put down one creep tumor and then maybe put 2 queens down to the third base as well. Or even if they're just here like hugging each other to, provide that little bit extra support to kill those banelings, it makes it much easier to hold on to that third.
Also, I think dropping a macro hatch, considering how much money I had too, would have been a good idea.
Yeah.
And either that or switching to roaches. Those were really the 2 options here.
Yep, for sure. Yeah, so I'm just pointing out a couple things you could probably work on in this particular game, definitely. But
okay, for sure.
Oh, did I lose you again? Sometimes the microphone goes really quiet, and I don't know if I actually lost you. I don't know if you did. Anyway.
One moment, I gotta check something.
Oh, okay. No worries. I mean, Thorder, coaching, like watching coaching is not for everyone, right? A lot of people are here to improve. Some people are here just to, watch some fun games and just sit back and relax, listen to some good music. I'm trying to basically, have a mix of both. So we are also doing some, teachings every now and then, I suppose. Anyways, let me chat up Drone Rush real quick. Thank you. Thank you for the help.
Okay, I'm back.
No worries, sir. Thank you very much, Mr. Drone Rush, for that game. We'll go ahead and play a Zerg vs Terran now, okay?
Beautiful. Yeah, I think also, just in general, if all of that 700 minerals at the time were lings, that game would have been a almost a 1A.
Pretty much, yeah. All right, any maps we should be playing on? Let's go. Prime Terraces. All right. So, just to recap, I suppose. Zerg versus Terran, right? So,
Yep.
slow down a little bit on attack. Get the 4 queens out much faster. So immediately go up to 4 queens. Then also escort the drone towards the 3rd base with the Zerglings that you have out right around the time that your 3rd and 4th queen are popping. So a little bit before that, ideally.
Cool.
Then also the other thing we're looking for is like a scout with either an overlord or an overseer.
Okay.
And we'll just go from there.
4 minute 30 second. Okay.
Yes, ish. Something like that. Cool. So this guy's Masters. Don't know exactly how high up in Master League. He says, I am ready.
He is
Rank 41 Masters. Yeah, he's cool. He's good.
Cool.
Alright. Let's go. You sit to Terran right now. Can you switch? Can you switch still?
Zerg.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Oh!
APM too high.
Nice.
Clutch.
Here we go. Let's do this.
Okay. Like the bottoming out of keys.
Yeah, those are bottomed out for sure. There's no travel on those. Alright, let's do this.
Base cams. Yeah.
I like it. Let's go try hard. Stark asks if you still think that Skittles are racist.
Yes, I do still think that Skittles are racist. I felt really bad because it took a while before you got that I was just screwing with it. Dude, my coffee, it's like, it's pretty intense.
Wait, let's take the natural. Let's take the normal natural here. You're taking a gold base. Let's just take the normal one. Yeah. I'm sorry, man. Like,
why?
Oh, are you for real?
What now?
We may have to find another Terran player to play against. I didn't give him a certain strategy to go for. You may have already gotten some sort of indication what I meant with that, but hey, I guess we can still give it a try. Just play your normal game. Just go from there.
Okay.
Stark, you want to play? Sure, you can play as well.
Stark's cool. Yeah, this was like so he was the guy that I was playing last time. It's Protoss that we're bantering back and forth, and now I play for his group, so that's cool.
Cool.
Cool guy. +1 rap. I think you hosted a stream too. He was really excited about that.
I did host a stream once, yeah. It's an easy way of me to make like people happy, man. I don't have to do anything for it, really. I just click one button and it's done. I'm going offline anyway. Alright, let's start up the links. Link speed, pull the drones out of gas. We haven't scouted shit!
Are you sure?
Make sure to start the queens, though.
I'm pretty sure I scouted something.
We need the queens. Yeah, you scouted me.
Gets, actually, I do see the blue moving across the map, so...
Yeah, right now you do. Alright. If you can mineral walk here, that'd be huge. Yeah, so the key to scout, like to beating this is scouting it. You can still win if you don't scout it in time. But it's all gonna come down to you know, macro instead. So this guy's just gonna BM. Let's start. Could you come to the European or like the North American server? That'd be awesome.
He's already on it.
Oh, cool. All right. Yeah, but there's no point in practicing this, guys. We can practice this all we want, but this is an entire different thing that we wanted to focus on, right?
Proxy racks. Like I fast expanded and didn't scout because I sort of assumed we were going for a certain strategy. So yeah.
Anyway, I left the game already, by the way. I'll just go find Stark. Stark, if you're in the North American server, if you could join group LowkoTV, that'd be awesome.
Well, how about I just invite him?
That works.
Yeah. Actually, let's see. Is Alakino online? No. Okay. Well.
Mr. Anonymous. I gave you the party. Yep. Cool.
Cool.
All right. Could you toss it back?
Yep.
Yeah, that was some pointless practice there. That's all right, though.
Well, I did practice the BM. No, I didn't actually say anything. Damn it, I didn't practice BM. Should have.
No, man. 6.5 out of 10. No comeback mechanic.
Yeah.
All right. That's okay. All right. I'll ask him what's the strategy, okay? Stark, can you go macro Terran?
Can you go Marine Tank specifically?
Yeah, biotank.
Yeah, he knows. He's not going to be a douche. or I'll go yell at him on TeamSpeak.
All right, here we go. Oh
Hey,
shit!
I
Oh
don't
shit!
wanna be
Oh shit! Can you switch? Can you switch still? Oh god! Why does it not remember that, man? It's so silly. How hard can it be to like
so
fucking?
Today I will be coaching Lowko on how to beat.
I'm sure you can teach me many things, man. People always laugh at that, but like, there's a lot of things. There's a lot of things you could probably point out about my play that are pretty bad.
Like how amazing Burdock Banelings are.
Yeah, like for example, or like optimize your fucking overlord placement, or like, you know, the order you crease thread in is bad.
Between all those games where I tried the two, like, just sort of experimental stuff, I had won a lot of games versus Terran by literally just baiting all the Marines into a, into just some Banelings.
Yeah,
fantastic.
you see it at the GSL a lot, where they play Muta Ling Ban, and they bait the Marines with the Baneling, or with the Mutas, and then run them into Banelings. It's beautiful, man. It's like watching chess, you know? Like, I mean, I wouldn't say watching chess is beautiful,
like
but... Yeah, it's cool. Alright, alright, alright. Let's go, boys. No, whatever.
Why? This map, there's no reason not to take it on this map.
The reason why I kicked the previous guy from the party, Demish Gods, is just because we were practicing against macro Terran. I asked if he could play macro, but I guess I did it on the stream rather than doing it in-game, you know? And then to go ahead and, you know, waste everyone's time by going for a 3-Rex rush? I mean, come on, man. Thank you very much for helping us out, though, Mr. Cheeser, but wasn't really what we were looking for.
Help? What? What's that?
People are giving me a hard time for that, man. I'm on the internet.
Yeah, well,
I can't do very
much
much.
for everything.
Yeah.
They're gonna be like, "You saved a puppy? Fuck you!" You have an opinion on the internet? Probably should go kill yourself.
Well, those were not my words, but... Alright.
I'm just doing a very accurate impersonation of the internet.
There you go.
Well, maybe I should start getting stuff.
There we go. Let's pull the drones out of the gas.
Yep. Do you pull 2?
And let's start 2 sets of Zergling. So I would always recommend starting... Oh, yeah, maybe 6 is okay as well if you go gasless. Probably roughly 4 is a little better. But just run up behind it. Alright, so we see a command center. There's a big pickup. Can we micro buildings? Micro buildings!
Oh,
Nope.
oh.
Micro buildings. Spore crawler is most efficient. There we go. Or spine is fine too. Alright, I'll run the Zerglings back. Yep, exactly.
I didn't actually realize you could do that. The more you know.
Yeah. No, building a spore crawler and then cancel it is the best. Like, it's about a 6-minute.
What do you mean? Oh, I think I know. Oh, that's cool. Did I make an overlord? Probably made an overlord. Oops, I like it.
Wow, proxy is short for proximity? I did not know that.
Yep.
Dude, my English is bad. Oh man, I love the way you set that up. That was beautiful, but certainly didn't work out. All right, let's go for a third base immediately. And keep in mind, we want to go for more queens, right? Want to make sure we get more queens out. So let's go straight up to 4. I would go 4 a little faster next time, but that's okay. Let's keep on droning here. So picking up a Reaper is a good opportunity to make drones.
Okay, cool.
So try and keep on scouting. Your Overlord's still up there, so I guess we can make a couple Overlords ourselves right now. It's up with its natural. There we go.
Yep.
All right. So remember, 4-minute scout, right? So I guess we can just fly in that Overlord now. Let's get the lair going as well, and then the Baneling nest too. Okay. So see what we find. See what we find. We're looking for a third command center or a lot of buildings.
Yeah, I see lots of racks. Lots of
All right.
racks.
All right. So right now we see a starport without an add-on. He can be making Metavex. He can be making Vikings, which is very unlikely, or he can be going Liberator. Now, most of the time, in my experience, it's going to be Liberator these sort of moments. That's just sort of, you know, a little bit of an assumption you can make. So one way to deal with that is, once again, just to add on more queens and maybe a Spore Crawler or, you know, but, you know, queens are always going to be a solid option. Now, the one thing we know for certain, most likely, well, right now, not anymore, your second Overlord scouted a whole bunch of useful info. The one behind his main, there we go. I was gonna say there's a big chance he's gonna go for an all-in, but you can see that third CC right now, right? Cool. All right. And since the spire is done, let's also let's put also up the extra gases and the spire. There we go.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So we need to make sure we saturate those gases. Look at the minerals starting to build up, right? So whenever that happens, just throw down a macro hatch. That's fine. And just keep on making sure you spend the minerals here.
Queen, stop running around.
Okay, do we have the spire incoming? Let's get it.
I don't know.
It was a trick question. We didn't have it.
Stop running around, queens.
All right. Now, once again, right? Let's look at the minimap here. Would we know whether or not he's moving out? That's one of the things you should ask yourself. Yeah. So like, always try and make sure you get some vision here. He could already have the 4th base or the 3rd base landed, right? Which is a little scary. So since we are fully set, well, I guess we could get some more saturation in the main, but.
Oh yeah. That's
actually. Oh yeah. So these 20 workers we just made, they may turn out to be okay in this specific game, but normally you want to be very careful doing that. Burrow's almost done. All right.
Ah, queen. Stop. Stop it, queen. Queens! Why? Suicidal queens are suicidal, I guess.
Alright. Let's continue onwards. So, yeah, whenever you win a big fight, you can follow it up with drones and likely even another base as well. Well, if he doesn't have a 3rd, I probably wouldn't go for a 4th, but if you take a big advantage, that's one great way to know that you can go ahead and just simply get more stuff. Alright, so since we are going Spire, make sure to also start up the Spire units. And let's get +1. Do we even have +1/+1 already done? Yeah, we do. Okay, let's start 2/2. And for the Mutalisk, pretty much always start armor upgrades.
Yep.
Cool.
Oh, supply block. Nailed
That's
it.
alright. Just get +2/+2 +1 armor. Start tacking up towards the hive and start up the Muta protection. Cool. So let's scout out whether or not he's taking that third. He could very well be taking it. I really would like to be aware of that. All right.
Ooh, nice.
Well,
Okay.
yeah, not worth it. If you assume your opponent is good, those moves are not worth it. All right, let's go for the fourth base. So when you see him take the third,
It's useless.
when you see him take the third, just go straight up to the fourth as well. The main reason why we're going for the armor upgrades, by the way, on the Mutas, is to make sure that you can transition towards things like Brute Lords later as well. We're not really using them for our RAS tools here.
Okay.
Okay, so notice in the main, keep watching the minimap. We got Mutas out. Do we have them on separate hotkey? Sadly not.
Now we do.
Get him. Cool. Okay, so make sure you start up the hive here.
Okay.
And yeah, now that we've got the fourth base coming in as well, you can definitely start that up. So usually once you get the fourth base going up, a hive timing right around that time is good as well. Fourth base timings sort of depend mostly on whether or not you just took a big lead just by winning a fight, or if you see him take a third, then it's also a good moment.
Gotta get this creep spread going for sure.
Well, there you go. There you go. There you go. Beautiful.
No! Fine then.
Alright. Watch the minerals, though. Alright. So 2-2 is about to finish up. Yeah, exactly. Let's just get another... Yeah, let's get that base going and start to transition up to Ultralisk. Ultralisk are usually going to be your better option against Bio. At least like as first. You can definitely switch as well after this, but Ultras I really do like going for. Okay. So let's get Adrenal Glands +3/+3 and the Ultra Cavern. Cool. Okay, the gases are really important here. Ooh, watch out, watch out, watch out. Exactly. Yep. So try and keep the Mutas a little bit safer, because the Mutas, like, if you lose them, that's a big chunk of the army gone right there. Like, that was actually a really big amount of army. And, I mean, this could actually be a deadly push. Yeah, so we just gave away pretty much the entire army there. That's unfortunate. We probably can still hold this. It's just gonna mostly come down to micro here. Although he's like 40 supply up. Yeah, may just be a little bit too much at this point. I feel like that's mostly due to trying to be a little too fancy while just like missing a couple of the injects here and there and not transitioning and whatnot fast enough, right? Like there was a lot of time lost in general here. You can actually get all these upgrades finished right around this time rather than, you know, be about halfway done. Usually 12 minutes will be that time.
Nope.
Nope. That's okay though. That's alright.
I think this is pretty well GG unless somehow I magically am saved by Ultralisks.
No, I don't think it will make much of a difference here.
No.
But yeah, like I would say that's mostly just due to trying to like bait them into the Widowmines, right? Or like into the Banelings, right? Which is great to do, don't get me wrong. But like it would be, if you would think of like the things we need to do as Zerg, it would be somewhere near the bottom, right? Whereas like saturating the gases and making sure we get the transitions going is definitely way up higher in the priority. So I would say like definitely keep on doing this Baneling and like the trying to bait him and trying to get fancy with the infestors, but try and like prioritize it a little less. It's very easy to get
because I
like
floated a little
completely
bit too
caught
much,
off.
Didn't tech properly. You know.
Yeah.
My macros slipped trying to be fancy.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, it's very good. It's very, very nice to do because you actually get a lot of value out of it. But the value is sort of lost by the fact that, you know.
Yeah, well, the value didn't make up for the fact that I wasn't doing any macro.
Yeah, exactly. And then giving away part of the army also didn't help. But
Yep.
yeah, other than that, it was actually well played. I hope the fort base timing made at least a little bit of sense. That's the one thing I
Oh, yeah,
personally
for
was
sure.
struggling with. Yeah. Just in case, I'll just write it down as well. So fort base. So fort base usually equals hive, at least in my mind. Like if you have fort base, you can go up to hive because of 8 gas. Make sure to get the fourth. Either when you see them take a third, or you just won a big fight. That usually happens as well. So you know when you sometimes get like a huge advantage just because they did like a 2 base all in and you managed to hold that. You can then also take a 4th base and like a macro hatch. I don't know. Did we even get a macro hatchery this game?
Yeah, we did.
All right, yeah. Usually you get, yeah, so someone in chat is asking, would you get the hive when the fort is building or when it has some saturation in it? It kind of depends on what the state of the game is at. Usually you have enough time to start the infestation pit when you start up the 4th base as well and then just stack straight to hive. That's actually what Burdock did in this game. I don't know if you did it intentionally, but yeah, I would say the hive timing here was actually pretty solid.
I love how that most of the people are just arguing whether or not something's OP.
Oh yeah. Oh no, man. Welcome to Twitch.
Yep.
I had to swing my Ben hammer there a couple times.
Obviously, it's rocks that are overpowered. Guys,
Yeah, we
talked
found
about
out rocks
stuff.
are overpowered, guys.
Yep.
He lost 3 ultras to rocks. I mean, you see how fucking OP those things are? You put them
I
on hold
know.
position and they kill everything, man.
Yeah,
Infinite
that's why
damage
I
out
know
of rocks.
hockey rocks, just so I know how much.
The first thing you do is like set up camera hotkeys for the rocks.
That way I can check and make sure they don't fall on me.
You just cycle F5, F6, F7, F8 between all the rocks on the map. That's
Yeah, I actually
sick.
wrote a macro so I can cycle through it as quick as humanly possible.
That's sick. All right, let's play one more, just to like, you know, just to get back to Stark, okay?
Okay, that's
Final game of the day.
Let's do it. Started streaming too. Fantastic.
Loco would chill, don't hammer me. Nah, man. I timed out one person there. Just
Okay.
because I wasn't in the mood to argue. I mean, sometimes this is not a democracy, man. No, I timed out very few people. It was just a 1 hour timeout. All right,
Oh, you're very polite about it.
dude. I unban everyone all the time. I noticed it
Oh,
as
no.
well.
Crap. My
Oh,
StarCraft
shit.
crashed.
Okay. Sorry, leave.
StarCraft, why? Why you break?
I don't know if he could leave in time. I guess he did. Cool.
Who?
Loco's such a
Now you're
dictator.
making me log in again. Really, Blizzard? What
No,
are
you
doing,
need to
Blizzard?
close the game and go to Battle.net launcher.
Yeah, yeah, and then play it from Battle.net. Bleh.
Yep.
Stop it, Battle.net.
Yep. Is Loco a dictator or a communist? That's I'm neither,
Actually, he's
guys.
a communist
I'm
dictator.
I'm just not in the mood to argue whether or not that 3 Rex was justified in the previous game or not. I didn't ask for that. Like, if we ever gotta help each other out, obviously, at least, like, help each other out, right? It's not like, oh my god, you need to go ahead and scout. Like, no. That wasn't the point of this practice. Loco, do you have any stream tips you
find
could
these
help me?
maps to be so weird.
Oh,
Map
yes.
pool right now is kind of crazy.
Oh, no, the map
Maps
pool is
with-
bad. You're allowed to say
like,
that.
the bases that are where you can get, you have a natural and a third that are both natural. What? You have 2 naturals, one of which is behind your base. So
I dislike maps in general that have like in-base expansions, just because it feels stupidly turtly. It's okay right now in as like Zerg it feels like, but or like in Legacy, but it I don't know. I'm not a big fan of those. I'm just not a big fan of like the map pool right now. There's some terrible maps in there. They have mentioned though that they wanna go more with these kind of map pools, just because they don't grow old. Like that, you know, there's always gonna be more to learn on these ones, but I don't know. Anyways,
well, I like There's two of the maps that I find interesting. Central Protocol is at least interesting.
It's terrible. Central Proto's like,
but they should get rid of the destructible rocks in the back, and make it so much better.
They should give Terran and Protoss a way to take a third. It's literally 2 Baselins every game from Terran and Protoss.
Yeah, it's true. Or they take the gold, or the Protoss proxy gold base bullcrap.
Zerg apparently has like 70% win rate on Central Protocol. Like, it's one of the most unbalanced maps. Like, it's great for Zerg, don't get me wrong. But
oh, it's fantastic. Also, Arena is terrible.
Arena is really bad. I've been calling it Urethra for a reason.
Yeah.
You can wall off on Arena with one spike crawler. Come on, man. Like,
Yep.
whoever designed that.
One supply depot, and it's like, oh, my early aggression. Oh, no.
Alright, let's do this. Let's do this.
Okay, this time.
Thank you, Estrogen Man, for the nice words. I love your nickname, by the way, Estrogen Man. Central Protocol is so bad, though. Like, the thing is, I've played some random lately, right? And if you get Protoss or Terran on Central Protocol, it's like, well, I wonder what 2 Baselin I'm gonna go for. Because you just make the assumption you're never gonna get a third up.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's pretty bad. Unless it's TBT. Because then it's gonna be one base.
Yeah, okay. At least versus Zerg.
No, it's gonna be one base.
Yeah, well, yeah.
One person's gonna get a second, the other one's gonna have one base, and the guy with 2 bases is gonna win.
I actually have some of the highest Terran versus Terran win rates. I didn't believe it either. I have like 70% win in Terran versus Terran. And like my random account is like...
Green King, man.
Yeah, my Terran account is like... Or like my random account is like top 25 masters. So we're actually facing good players. But some reason, like, it's been working out really well. One base Battle Cruiser. Imba.
No. It's one base Liberator that's truly Imba.
Teleportation device enabled. Yeah.
Teleportation device is enabled.
I mean,
Fantastic.
they can teleport now, right?
Yeah, I'm aware, and they turn green when they teleport. It's kind of weird.
Do they now?
Like, what?
I've never seen it before.
I'm gonna turn green.
I did not know that. One base Ultra Imba as well. I don't know about that one. I'm not fair. I'm not sure. All right. So let's focus on the basic shit, okay? So 4 queens immediately. Boom, boom, boom. Well, not right now, but
Oh, really?
yeah. I mean, it'd be pretty cool to have a queen out in 1 minute, but
Okay, so I start building Marines, right?
one base Battle Cruiser versus one base Ultra, who wins? Obviously, the Battle Cruiser. Last time I checked, Ultras won't be out in time, man. They just wall off.
Yeah, I think they're gonna nerf Ultras by making them an air unit.
Oh, man. They were pretty sweet.
Sick.
They actually announced at Heart of the Swarm BlizzCon that they were gonna allow Ultralisk to go underground and like come up a little bit later so they could check charge on the ground. Also, at that same event, they also announced that burrowed Banelings would be able to move underground as well with a hive upgrade. Sadly, that shit never made it to the actual game.
Oh, moving burrowed Banelings would be the most broken.
It was apparently meant to go really slowly, but I mean, yeah.
I don't care how slowly you move. Like, all of a sudden you just see burrowed Banelings in your mineral line.
Watch out for the yeah, exactly. Yeah, burrowed Banelings like movement is so bad. I mean, people were upset when they announced it, so I guess they immediately removed it. Try and not lose any workers if you can. Ugh.
No!
Alright. Make sure to get an overload here. This is the one I always forget. Okay, and this drone up here. So remember, get the other queens going. Yep. You can actually queue those up usually, but that's fine. And you can actually now start using those queens for injects or for creep thread as well. So these injects you just lay down. Usually you can use them for creep threading. Yeah, it's not a big deal, but it's a minor difference. So usually, roughly around this time, once you spent the drones or you spent the larva, you can go ahead and take the third. So let's just take the third immediately. Cool. No need for bird Baneling movement. Cliff jumping Zerglings are better. Dude, those campaign Zerglings, The campaign Banelings that split into 2 Banelings. That shit was good.
That shit was balance.com. Right, Star?
Alright, let's get the lair and the Evo chambers. And then also a bunch of extra gas. Alright. So keep in mind, 4 minutes, Spore and Spine at the front, right? Is one of the things we discussed as well.
Okay.
Spore, Spine. Oh. There we go. So like you put it at the vulnerable base. On this map it would be the third. On some maps it's the natural.
Oh, kill them. Kill it. Kill it. There we go. Dead.
Alright, very good. So look at the overlord count. Let's make some more overlords here. We can start up 2 more gases here too. Yep. I would say, yeah, start up the Baneling nest too. So cruise strat is going to be a really important aspect and not something I can really coach on, but...
Okay. Just do it.
Yeah, yeah.
Just do it.
Just do it. Just get Shia LaBeouf on in the background and you'll never forget to.
He's
cruise
my new
strat.
coach. He's just going to say, just do it over and over again.
Oh man.
Oh, wait. No, not what
Nah,
I wanted to
wouldn't do that. The dropper lord is probably not going to make it.
Yeah, load it up. Naughty.
We heard it like that. Alright, let's get the other upgrade. And then also another Evo chamber. So keep in mind, we want to make sure we keep on scouting here, right? We didn't really get an Overlord scout off, so if we can get an Overseer scout off, that would be hugely beneficial here. Because we don't know if he's taking a 3rd CC. Like, if he's making a 3rd CC, then great. We can just keep on, you know, making drones. I would either way, like, I would make drones here anyway, but it's a risk right now, right? Because we don't know if there's a 3rd CC landing anytime soon. Anyway, we can get Baneling speed here, and probably also get the other upgrade on the Evo chamber. Alright, couple overlords. There we go. And get the gases in the 3rd as well.
Ah!
Alright, oh. Did it just show you a full medevac? Do you think that was a full one? I don't know.
Yep, that was a full one.
Alright. So keep an eye out on the 3rd. We want to see if he got one. The Overseer's going in right now. We definitely need some more workers though. So these Zerglings we're making right now are mostly just because we're scared, right? We don't know if he's gotten anything. Whereas if we...
The Dropper Lord specifically.
Yeah. But anyways, like, using these Zerglings right here is gonna be... You know, they're not really achieving all too much, like having any mornings, right?
Okay.
Anyways, let's get the armor upgrade going for the Ultra, or for the Mutas. Well, I guess a couple Overlords. We can get a lot more Overlords going at a time here. And then also get the Macro Hatchery. So notice, like, whenever you start floating minerals... Hey, well... Whenever you start floating minerals, make sure to start up a Macro Hatch almost immediately. Okay. So in this case, you're probably better off making Mutas.
Yep.
Alright, so try and put the Banelings on a separate hotkey as well. So I like having the Zerglings and the Banelings on the same hotkey, but then also have a separate hotkey for the Banelings. That makes any sense. So usually ZvT, Muta Ling Ban, you'd be running with 3 hotkeys indeed. So the Mutas would be on a separate one too. Alright. So if you can, one massive thing as well. One sec. So,
Okay.
one massive thing for defending this too is to try and set up as many attack paths as possible. So like,
Okay.
if you imagine this fight to go, try and like, you know, fight in multiple angles.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Cool. It makes a big difference, especially versus tanks. Alright. Very good. He killed his own shit. Don't run into Banes. Don't run into Banes. Good job. I hate it, man. Whenever you win a fight and then you accidentally roll 20 Banelings to the death.
Yep.
It's like, well, shit, I may have well lost that
crap.
fight.
that worked.
Yep. Alright, so now that if you want to fight, the 4th base is a great timing. And remember, when we take the 4th, we take up to Hive. So let's start +2/+2. Or actually, I think it's only 1 upgrade, but... Let's start up the infestation
I
pit.
got 1 upgrade.
Yep.
Facility.
Oh, don't lose the Mutas.
Oh, pull those out.
Cool.
Time to pull out.
Yep. It's a good skill to have. Oh, well, you can maybe fight. I would usually not recommend it. Matter of fact, they're scary units. Yeah.
Hello, gentlemen.
So notice, like, it's the same thing as we had in the previous game, right? Where the minerals start flooding here, because we're trying to be real fancy. And it's most of the time... I'm not really gonna do too much. So, I mean, I know I'm nagging here, but... you know, I'm just trying to explain.
Yeah, you nagger.
No one caught my pool ad joke, man. Fuck. I'm like keeping an eye on the chat here, watching if anyone noticed.
Where are they gonna notice? When?
Nobody noticed.
It was a sex
I'm too serious. I'm too serious, man. I'm too serious. Everyone believes I was just, you know, talking video games. Oh well.
Yeah, I don't think.
I got it, Loco. Oh, I'm glad, Mark.
Oh, balls. Supply block myself.
Now we're good enough in this match. Is it right, Del? Let's keep the armor upgrades going. What is the late game composition in Zerg vs Terran? Yeah, man, he's scouting.
All these scans, man. It's pretty intense. That's, yeah, best scouting units in the game.
Alright, so let's get the Ultra Cavern going. +3/+3. All that shit, okay?
I like scouting.
Yeah, but look at the mineral game. Look at the mineral game. Exactly. Oh, well, at least get Adrenal Glands going, I suppose. And a Ultra Cavern, yeah.
I got it.
And then make whatever Zerglings we can. If we don't have enough right now to make links, just follow up with macro hatcheries. Alright, we can make 2 macro hatches, that's fine. Alright. Let's get the gases going in a 4th as well. So we don't want to push out right now, okay? Like the probably one of the worst things to do right now is to move out because we're getting so many things. So let's get 3-3 going first and then go from there. Like if we can contain him from not moving out, we know our army is going to be significantly like stronger in a bit. Exactly. Let's max out on Overlord here. There we go. Very good.
So my Scouter Lords.
Yeah, if you can get some attachments, that's great. Watch out for Widow Mines, though.
What are those?
Alright, let's get some Ultras in the meantime. 7XX or whatever. Whatever your hotkeys are. Alright, we need to get these Mutas home. So remember the attack pads. Remember multiple attack pads. Try and get some more Banes in here as well. Okay. So he's probably going to go for your 4th. Be very careful about that. If you can get a couple Zerglings up there, that would be huge. Watch out for the Mutas. They're walking back. They're flying back.
Yep.
Oh, well, that was worth. Oh, playing with fire. Playing with
fire.
Playing with fire.
That worked.
No. I could have also gone the complete other way, but hey, that worked out very well. So notice, like, the patience is key here, right? So, yeah, just follow up with some aggression to the 4th. Get some Ultras going. Get +3/+3.
Overlord speed.
Yeah. Get the what's it called? Adrenal Glands? Did we get that? I think you got it. All right. Let's go. Let's just go back. Exactly. We don't need to like go all in here. I'd much rather take the guaranteed advantage here.
Yeah. Let's go kill off these things.
Oh. Do we still have Overseers?
Yep.
Yeah. Definitely get Overseer Spirit as well. That's so worth it.
I got Overlord speed on the way.
Oh yeah. Right. And you could potentially even get a Greater Spire going here. Now, if you've got 10 gas, that's totally okay.
Okay, screw it.
So, yeah. Yeah, Ultra Brute Lord is a great switch. Like, the thing is, what you're forcing right here is Liberators, right? Corruptors are great against Liberators, and if you have killed the Corruptors off, or the Liberators off, you can switch to Brute Lords.
Ah, hi there.
You're gonna have to Magic Box against those.
Yep,
or
Magic
Fungal.
Box time.
There we go. Great job.
Whoa, Magic Box.
And Fungal. Boom. Beautiful. Very well done. Very well done. So yeah, I guess the key to take away here is that don't get too fancy. Get fancy whenever you want to, but like, don't get too fancy. Because when you just focus on like pure macro.
Stop doing anything else.
Yeah.
That isn't fancy. That's just you being a scrub.
But it was good though. I like that. That was very well done. Like, I mean, you were in control in that game from start to finish, except for like the engagements being a little scary, where it's like, oh god, the Widow Mines are where they're gonna shoot. But
yeah.
I mean,
well, I was actually intentionally running all my Banelings in there because the Banelings were already pre-split, so it's like, well, one Widow Mine hit for a Baneling, I don't really care.
Yeah, exactly. But
I think only one hit the Mutas, which was scary, but yeah, anyway.
Yeah.
Burdock versus Nathanius? No, dude. If I play Nathanius, I'm just going to like make a hatch in his natural. Have him laugh.
He just
so hard
just
that
logged the
dies
line.
with his keyboard.
He just got on. He's good though. Nathanius is very good at the game now.
Okay.
Anyways, man, that was very good. Very, very nice.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. Are you okay if I upload this to YouTube as well? By the way, it's been a while since I did some higher level YouTube coaching
absolutely.
stuff.
That'd be totally fine.
Cool.
Although I do have a request.
Sure.
Could we do a 1v1 to end this?
Sure, we can do a 1v1 to end this. Alright, cool. Thank you very much, Mr. Burdock. That was the last game. Thanks, dude. Cheers.
Okay.
Alright, let's do a 1v1 then.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Stark, for helping us out, sir.
Stark, you are fantastic. Thank you so much.
Alright, any map you want to play on?
It is your choice.
It's my choice, man. Oh shit. Yes. The pressure is on.
Yep. Better choose.
I mean, I'm playing on the server here with all the ping, man.
Okay, then you get your map choice, okay? That should even it up.
Fine.
Yeah, says the person that probably has like 2 years more experience than I do.
2 years? I've been playing for a long ass time, man.
Yeah.
Loco wreck this nerd. Alright, you ready?
Let's do it.
I can use my distraction strategies now.
Gotta be red.
Oh.
Ruins of Sirs.
Dude.
You pick the most macro map because it's like, dude,
obviously.
you're good at doing things.
Obviously.
Go fuck yourself.
I know in macro games I'm gonna probably be able to win like 9 times out of 10. In cheese games, you're probably gonna be able to win like 4 times out of 10, right? So I mean, cheese games are scary.
My melee control is pretty good, man.
I haven't controlled Banelings on the NA server in a long time. Dude.
Yeah, I mean, with the ping difference, it's gonna make it nice and easy.
It's Baneling micro with ping is so difficult, man. Loco cheese him? No, man, that's rude. See, I could be metagaming you right now. You would have no idea.
Yeah. I mean, this is the advantage of being on Skype is that there's this like meta on top of the meta. Which is
like I'm saying right now, I'm gonna go hatchery first, and I don't know if I'm actually going hatchery first. Like I'm gonna put down the hatchery right around the 45-second mark. No, probably around 50-second mark.
I'm actually getting my 3rd hatch right now. So.
all right, we can do this. Loco is borderless.
I did actually once try doing 3 hatch before pool against a very, very, very poor Zerg player.
Oh, it actually works. You can actually go triple hatch before pool and Zerg for Zerg on this map.
Yeah, it helped. They were like a silver, so.
I see Destiny do it a lot, actually. Destiny's been doing it quite a bunch. It just auto loses against 14-13, but he just accepts that is the case anyway if you go hatch first, so you may as well go double hatch first. I mean, that logic does apply, right? Like
seems legit, yeah. Well, I mean, there's a lot of just auto lose builds. Like, hatch first pretty much straight loses against 13-12.
If you're going 13-12 right now, you probably won the game.
Yep. What are you, 3 hatches before pooling?
Maybe. I'm not gonna tell, man. Alright, boys. See, that's the thing. I automatically start commentating.
What about the grills? Jesus.
Well, I mean, statistically speaking, there's gonna be at least 6 girls turned in right now, so I mean... I'm sorry, girls, but you guys can be addressed to as guys as well, man.
6.5, probably. That's 6.5.
About 5.5. Like 5.35 queen, or girl.
The question is... who's the 1.35?
Exactly. Or like the 0.35 is more interesting. The 1.35 would be really interesting. You could probably earn money with that.
If I was 1.35 a man, I'd do well in life.
Exactly.
This elaborate BM is elaborate.
Let's see what you've learned today. In a battle, on guard.
Yeah.
Good point, Rushy. That's pretty much what's happening here. Hey, stop that.
The fuck you doing?
Oh, nice. I mean, it's some cute micro, but it's speed beats that.
You actually went 13-12 or 14-14. I don't actually read the timings exactly.
Actually, I went 12-12.
Really?
No.
Wow. The full dirt, man.
Why is this here? What's going on?
It's okay, man. I got this.
Oh, I canceled that. I did cancel that though. That was lame. Hey, piss off. Get out of here. My Banelings! No! Not the Banelings! Surprise. Nope, there wasn't a surprise.
I can see the surprise with 2 Zerglings, man. That's okay. I can watch the surprise any day.
The best thing is that you backed up, though. Like, surprise! Oh god, back up. Wait, there was no surprise.
Oh, I just ran my fucking Zerglings with you. Alright, it's fine. I cleaned up all of your shit. It's fine. There's no more workers. Oh man, the fucking ping.
Oh yeah, it was the ping, right?
It was the ping. What the fuck?
Oh really? Ping.
Yeah, I would just randomly blow up Banelings in the middle of the map. Alright, fine.
Whoa. Okay. No. Nope. Stop. Banelings are overpowered. They should be nerfed by making it so they die before they attack.
That'd be pretty. David Kim, please.
What?
I got David
I'm
Kim on
speaking
Skype, man. We can ask him.
Ah, headbutt. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's GG. Hi, Baneling. Baneling.
You headshot him, man. Good job. We did it, boys. I mean, I had to win that one, though. It would have been bad if I didn't. You almost had me, though. What was the build? Was it 14-14 on that map?
No, I went 17-17 hatch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna say, like, your Zergling speed was way faster, though.
Yeah. Just because you're slow.
I guess I was slow.
I kid.
Oh,
No,
man.
that was...
You made workers. Rookie mistake. See, I made 29, you made 33. Never make work in ZvZ, man.
Okay, yeah, mistakes were made. Also, it helps you have like 100 more APM. That
Yeah,
helps too.
APM equals skill. Everyone knows that.
Well, APM does legitimately help.
It helps. It helps a little, but
Yeah.
I mean, you know, it's not like a great way of judging skill, though. I guess running your links into Banes doesn't help all too much.
I love how that as soon as we got out of the game, I now have 5 requests, or just 1. Never mind. But I'm getting messages on Skype now.
All good, man.
What the hell?
Who's that?
Who is this? Well, whatever. Anyway.
All right.
Okay. Well, thank you so much.
Yeah, man. No worries. Let me know if you run into something. I'm very curious if you will still be able to hit Masters this season. That'd be really cool.
I'll do it tomorrow.
All right, do it tomorrow, man.
Yeah.
I believe in you, okay? Do it. All right, man. Thank you very much.
Now.
Let me know if you run into something, okay? Because I'm always there for asking questions and shit.
That's awesome.
And
thank you so much.
yeah, hopefully talk to you soon,
See you
man.
around.
Good luck. Take care. Bye.